whoa, 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 whoa,
Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's me, Andres Tagliaferro, but you can just call me Tags. This is Emmy. This is my daughter. I wanted to make a video kind of different style, more like day in the life vlog style or POV, if you want to call it that. I wanted to share a little bit about what it's like to build an agency or try to build an agency.
Bat like Letterman, pat like sediment. I'm irrelevant, I seek Helen. I reach heaven cause Christ, he settled it. Might be celibate, married.
How to make some money with a camera, video, photo.
I be fair and need price. We share when we fight for purity. All sincerity, scary. Yeah.
I'm speaking from experience. I've done it myself. I remember what it's like when I used to work at a church making like less than $30,000 a year, and in that same year leaving that job, building my own company and kind of solopreneuring 6 figures in the second end of the year. And I want to share this with you to say that it's completely possible to make good money, build a family, live in your dream city with just a camera. And I know that it's like the trendy thing to do nowadays is to, make content and people do it and everybody's a content creator nowadays, but I'm talking more professionally, like building a videography business, building a photography business, actually working with clients, trying to build a business that supersedes yourself, which is what I'm trying to do, which is what I want this channel to be about. I haven't really taken a documenting approach to this YouTube channel, and so I thought it would be really cool to just start documenting and explaining where I'm at with my business, with the businesses I'm involved in, have these kind of timepieces for me to look back on, and for you guys to know that, like, I may be a little bit further down the road than you are in your journey with making money from creativity, but I still have goals, I still have things I'm looking forward to. So this video will be kind of a day in my life. I have an agency called Trinity Tags Creative Agency, where for the last 3 years I've been creating content for businesses with my cameras, with the goal of really generating income for the businesses and making something that just looks and feels super good, super crisp, super clean. And while I haven't really gotten to the point where I've built up a team around my agency, that's the next step. I've definitely gotten the chance to work with some really cool brands and work on some really cool projects with some really cool people. I started anything in the creative space, speaking from a business standpoint, is I worked a lot with other agencies. Okay, so I was a freelance videographer to start out. So an agency like mine would contract me to do a video for them at my rate, which was obviously less than what they would charge for it. And then they would charge more and they would make a profit, and I would still make what I wanted to make. It was a great way for me to find clients, when the truth is, if you're a 19-year-old college dropout like I was, it's hard to get in contact with the CMOs and whatnot who are in charge of all of those things. So that's exactly what I did. I worked with probably 6 different marketing and creative agencies, white labeled. And I guess that's the first tip I want to give anybody watching this who wants to make money with a camera, is feel free. Like, you don't have to build a business right away. You can build a business working for other creative agencies. So I guess the tip would be, look at other agencies and ask to work with them. You don't have to deal with the hassle of dealing with clients. You're just dealing with a creative team. So they understand a lot about your workflow and everything, because they do it too. So if you want to take my steps about how I've gotten anywhere with this creative thing, it's get in contact with other creatives, work under them. If there's an agency or marketing team that you look up to in your city, or maybe not in your city, you can work remotely from, hit them up and be like, yo, I want to work with you guys. Here are my rates. Let me know if you guys are interested. And most of the time they will be, because people like me who are building an agency are consistently always looking for people like you who have skills and don't have the reach yet. It's a win-win for both of us. Trinity Tags, what it has been in the past, is kind of just an LLC in business for my freelancing. That's what I've created it for, right? Creating the paperwork, a business to actually file your things under. It wasn't really a business, right? And I think it's important for us to know the difference between, what is a solopreneur and an entrepreneur, right? Who is somebody who simply just creates content and gets paid for it, which is awesome, and that's a totally sick route to take. It's the path that's led me to the dreams that I have now. But creating an agency, creating a team, building a business around scaling videography, scaling photography, scaling design is a completely different thing. It's a different animal, right? It's a lot harder. It requires a lot more income, steady income. It requires paying employees. It requires all of these things, a different level of responsibility that doing things by yourself requires. There's this really cool quote that says, if you want to go really fast, go alone. But if you want to go really far, go with a team. And I think I'm in that phase in my life where I'm 26 years old. I have a family now. I'm raising a daughter. I'm married, where the idea of trying to go really fast alone seems less attractive to me than being okay with slowing down a bit to build a team, build an actual uh, business out of it. I want the office full of smiling faces. I want to connect really cool creatives with other cool creatives and have them join together and band together to make even better content. This year has really been the beginning of me trying to scale this thing. This year has been the beginning of me really focusing on, okay, well, instead of getting the $25,000 solo project, what if I can get 10 clients to pay me $5K a month? And that way I have X amount a month to pay a team, and we can build something behind it. It's a different mindset. It's a different priority, well, set of priorities, right? And so I think that's one of the biggest lessons that I'm learning and perpetually learning, is to choose the long term over the short term. Maybe you haven't really thought big yet. Maybe you've been a freelancer for 4 years, 5 years, and you're starting to get burnt out. Trying to find an avenue, do something that supersedes yourself, I think has been one of the most fulfilling and purpose driving things in my life. And I've just started, you know what I mean? I can't imagine what it's gonna feel like when I hire my first real employee outside of a freelancer. I can't imagine what it's gonna feel like when, I finally signed the lease on my office for Journey Tags Creative Agency. I can't imagine what it's gonna feel like, when we finally complete our first 5-person team project for a big brand like Nike or Adidas or something like that. These are all goals and ambition and things that I have in mind that really drive even further. If you want a little glimpse of what my day is looking like, right now I'm working on a project, a very secret project I can't really talk about, for somebody that's really cool who you probably follow on Instagram. And this involves, a bunch of writing, planning. It's something that's going to take a couple months to complete. A big project which is going to entail me just being at my computer all day, working on stuff. And most of the people who make videos like this probably won't show that because it's boring. But it's what I'm doing all day, is literally just writing out outlines for videos for this client, for this person I'm partnering with, to create a really cool thing that I can't wait to share on here, because I feel like you guys are going to benefit from it once it's out in the world. I'm also creating the logo and the brand packaging for this thing. So that's been fun. I actually finished the first draft of it on the plane here from Colombia. So that was sick. And just working all of this, a lot of brand identity, a lot of high level things. I'm not out here shooting right now. And in fact, I think I spend most of my time editing, planning, pre-producing than I do actually shooting and using a camera. And I think if you're at the point where all you do is go out and shoot, you'll see that there's a different level to this creative thing, where that quickly becomes like 10% of your time. Then the 90% of your time is all the other stuff. So I have to edit a video for a local business here. We're actually working on this video in collaboration with Don Julio. I think it's tequila, right? Yeah, I think it's a tequila brand, and basically it's a crepe making place, and they're making a crepe with Don Julio as the alcohol that they cook it with. So we shot that 2 weeks ago before I went to Colombia, and now that's due on Wednesday, so I have to edit that later today. We're also getting a haircut. I need it. Look, it's crazy. Wow, disgusting. It's insane. But maybe we'll do like some sort of cut. I got a cut. Yeah, we look different now. What's the vision? What's the goal, man? The goal for me, if you're watching this 10 years in the future, we'll see how all this plays out. The goal for me, I'm gonna be real clear with you guys, real honest, is I want to build my agency and have that creative team be like the most desired, wanted to work with team ever. I want that team to be like the sickest cinematographers, editors, videographer, everything that is sick. I want it to be known in Miami as the best team to work with. I don't want it to be the biggest team ever. I just want it to be the best. You know what I mean? It's like 10 to 25 people running and operating the sickest studio out of Miami, right? So that's one side. And then two, this channel, man, I want Just Call Me Tags to turn into something a little more service driven. You know, I have right now, if you go to my website, justcallmetags.com, I have a digital store where you can buy animations, right? Right now we only have the YouTube subscribe animation. If you haven't subscribe, there it is. You could buy that, literally 15 bucks, and you can use it for whatever you want. But I also want to build different digital products. I want to create just sick stuff that people want to download that looks a little different than the normal thing. Things like the subscribe animation that people use. And I want to build that store to be something really dope. So right now, if you're watching this and you're a content creator, you're a videographer, editor, designer, comment down below, what would you want to see maybe that you haven't seen done well, or how you want to do it. Something you can download. I'm talking like templates maybe for like DaVinci Resolve, maybe color grade like LUTs, but I don't know, because LUTs are so oversaturated. But specific animations that you want to be able to use, anything that you can think of that you would buy, hit me up. Let me know in the comments, because I want to create them. I want to try to release a product a month. And also, man, like coaching, consulting thing, I've had some cool calls so far, but I really want to step up the mentorship aspect of stuff. So if you are a young videographer, editor, content creator, and you just want to talk to somebody about like your vision, your future, how you can grow, like if you have any questions that are specific to your problems, and you know, you just can't find a YouTube video to cut it, and you want to talk to me about it and have my opinion on it, or maybe help you structure your life, that you can be the best version of yourself, go over there and book a call, man, because I want to build those two things, this YouTube channel and the agency, to where, man, like it's just self-driving and just crushing, man, and honestly, ultimately serving the community, serving businesses to make really good content, man, for a fraction of what a huge production house would cost. And then two, helping you guys grow as individual content creators and creatives in general, creating some sort of atmosphere and place where we can all commune and grow together. That's really the goal, man. So look, this is like my first type of video like this. I want to make more, kind of just take the camera with me instead of sitting down in the studio. But let me know what you think. Did you enjoy this video? Did you learn something and pick something up from it that is gonna help you or has helped you? Let me know, man. And if you want to see more content like this of me just being vulnerable about like where we are as a company, as a business, and me as a person, let me know in the comments, man. And like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. And just remember that like no matter where you are in your journey, if you are a super successful mogul crushing it, or you're a student and not knowing what to do with your life, remember to always stay grateful. Peace.
If you've watched this video all the way to the end, thank you, first of all. I'm assuming you're either a subscriber or you really agreed with what I had to say. And if you are either one of those things, something that I get the most here in my comments and in DMs and private messages is, man, I wish I had the opportunity to talk to you. I wish I had the chance to actually sit down with you over coffee, literally ask you about this topic and how I can become better in this thing. I just want to be able to talk to you and build that connection with you. So in response, I've created a space where you guys can go and schedule a 1-hour call with me. I'm calling it Talk with Tags. It's a 1-hour one-on-one conversation through Zoom. And what I want to offer you in this call are 3 things. 1, I want to be able to find your pain points. What are those things that you're struggling with, that you're trying to grow out of? Number 2 is provide clarity or find clarity. I think that sometimes we just need to talk things out with people. And what better way to talk to somebody than to talk directly with the person who has addressed this concern in your life? And the last thing I'm guaranteeing is to rebuild your confidence. Sometimes all we need is some encouragement. We just need somebody to tell us something how it is, so that we can correct it and then be encouraged. Something the world doesn't do a good job of is the second part. Most of us get told how to be, where to be, and if we're not those things, we're not good enough. And I believe that with correction comes encouragement. Now that you know what to fix or things that you can do better in your life, the next step is to encourage. So that's something I want to give you. So if that's something you're interested in, hit the link in my description. Yeah, I'm just excited to get to meet you guys one-on-one and continue encouraging you to be the best version of yourself.